So let's go back to, now we go back to Netflix for the thing
Netflix.
that you saw.
Yeah, I saw this a couple of weeks ago, but it's called a film called Falling for Figaro, which is on Netflix.
Yes.
Because I'm using my phone to record this today, I can't look up the names of the actors, which I had. I was normally going to go, yeah, it's got this, and this.
Okay.
The
No,
actors.
I've got you, Sharon. I've got you, Sharon. Just keep talking.
Yeah, so it basically is an American who's been living in London, working for a successful financial company, played by a lady who was in The Tourist that you reviewed quite recently, and was
Danielle
in,
McDonald.
that's it. And she was very charmingly played Dumpling, didn't she, in a film a
Yes.
couple of
Yes.
years ago?
Yes.
But yeah, she's a nice, yeah, I just really rate her sort of film she's in. I like the way she does things. Anyway,
Yes.
even though she's like a financially successful financier in her career, her passion has been opera ever since she was a young child. And she
Yes.
decides that she's financially secure enough that she can actually take chances. And instead of sort of going for that next promotion and seeking ever more money, she just wants to have that sort of emotional sense that she's doing the right thing, or she's doing being her best self. So she's
Yes.
in a loving relationship with her permanent boyfriend, who was played by the guy who was in Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, Shazad Latif.
So he's been he's been in quite lots of things. So again, he's really sort of quite charmingly played. You think he could be. They haven't fallen down the whole slippery slope of regular boyfriend. He's bound to be a sleaze. He's
Or
actually
yeah.
played quite
Or
charmingly.
regular boyfriend. Therefore, life is boring.
Yeah. So he loves her. They're in a good relationship, but it's not ideal because he's trying to support her in her choices, even though he doesn't understand them. But
Yeah.
part of her choices is that she seeks this music teacher who can take her from being just a gifted amateur to someone who can actually start to sing professionally. And
Yeah.
so the person she seeks out is played by Joana Lumley, who is like this classics teacher. And so she goes up there basically to audition for her on the off chance that she will say, okay, I will work with you on your voice.
Yeah.
So she goes up to meet her, and then while she's there, she has another student who is learning the craft of opera singing, played by the chap from Mamma Mia 2,
Hugh Skinner.
Hugh Skinner. Again, charmingly played. He often plays sort of like a hapless, slightly dippy character. And he
Yeah.
does that in this one as well. But there you can see that he has.
Well, a bit kind of like a little bit Hugh Grant 30 years ago.
Yes. And he did play the young Hugh Grant in Mamma Mia, didn't he?
Oh no, Hugh Grant isn't in Mamma Mia, is he?
Not
Oh,
Hugh
you think
Grant.
Colin
Colin
Firth?
Firth. He
Oh
played
yeah,
the
yeah,
young Colin Firth
yeah,
in Mamma Mia. So these three characters converge. You've got sort of these little boy and a girl basically both wanting to sing opera
yeah.
to a standard, and they both get entered into this sort of basically local opera competition. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Hang on, this is Sing all over again.
Yeah, and so you see them basically training and learning how to sing the best they can be, and then with all their insecurities, sort of learning to sing opera in a new way, and hopefully then sort of sparking enough interest that they will win this competition, and then that will pave the way to becoming professional singers. So as you have a young man and a young woman in an isolated setting with the same goal, with the same aim in mind, you inevitably have sort of romance or tensions between, hey, this you guy is really good, but hey, my old guy's good as well. What do I do?
Yeah.
So there's a whole element of that, but the film was sort of played charmingly by all parts, because it's easier in these films to be like, hey, that's cheating if you start flirting or start doing too much with the new guy when you've got your old guy. It's like, hey, that's not fun, or that's not really very good. So I think
like Team Jeff, Team Simon.
Yeah. So they did sort of steer the way through those stormy waters, I think, quite discreetly. So you're thinking, that's a better way of dealing with these things if you're going to have sort of that attraction between someone. But if someone's with someone else, it's like, no, that's not good. So they toy with this whole idea of like infidelity, cheating. I was like, no, don't go down that line, please. And
I have to admit, it is one of my bugbears. It is one of my bugbears with storytelling nowadays. It's like, I'm like,
it's just like the old boyfriend is disposable. It's like, hang on,
Doesn't marriage and fidelity mean anything to you people?
Yeah. So yes, so there is that. They're suggested of that in there, but I was thinking, don't go down that. Don't fall into all those traps. But I think largely they did. And the music, even though I'm not an opera fan, I do listen to all sorts of stuff. But I thought they did the music very well. The characters were likable, and yeah, it worked really well. So I was quite pleased with it. I think we put it down in our sort of Sunday afternoon type films. You can sit up, put your feet up, watch it, eat a biscuit while you're watching it.
Yes.
And enjoy it. So yeah, I'd give it 3. Again, it's like Sing in the regard that it's a good 3. There's nothing wrong with it being a 3, but it was never going to be anything more than a 3.
Yeah.
And so yeah, as an entertaining film, it worked. So I enjoyed it.
Oh, good stuff. So 3 out of 5 for Falling for Figaro. Well, though I have to admit, Danielle McDonald is becoming one of those people who is like, is she in something? Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, she's very watchable.